Welcome back everyone to our gameplay series of Farm Manager 2018. So where we left off in our last video, we took a tour around the farm just to see what things look like on a much closer up level. And again, things look pretty good once you get down, but if you go and actually zoom in all the way, it takes some of the immersion, for me anyway, it takes some of the immersion away from the game. And in fact, I am quite happy to play this game in a top-down mode because that's where I can do all of my building and not have to worry so much about tilting the world in different directions. But of course, your mileage may vary. Let's go ahead and get things started here. There's some things I want to get done in today's video. We'll have to see how far we can get. But first things first, we got to get busy harvesting. Let's see what the autofill does. Make sure it's correct. Tractor, box trailer, a couple of drivers, and a combine. I like it. All right, that's what we want. And we're going to spend probably some time in fast forward here because I really want to get, you can see we got 11 days left on our training, and that's one of the things I want to get into is looking at some of the training that will be available. Now also, let's see, we're not going to be able to do anything with this field yet. Just to get rid of all this, I would like to go ahead and cultivate it once again. Oh, look at this, we got some weeds. I don't think we're going to be able to spray that unless we can use the orchard sprayer. What did it tell us? We had fungus? Is that what it said? Or did it say weeds? See, I've already forgotten. It said weeds. Alright, let's go for weeds then. Where are you? Weeds, right there. Autofill, tractor, orchard sprayer, yes. There we go. So we've got that all up and going. Again, I'm not terribly worried about this particular harvest, either one of these. I simply went ahead and planted those again simply because I like it. It's pretty fun. So that's why I did that. You can see our harvest is already done, a very small field. So now let's slow things down a little bit because we need to actually do some watering over here. Orchard, tractor, sprinkler, excellent. That's what we want. And then we'll try to remember to do the same thing over here because the moisture is getting low. Okay, 7 more days left. Let's make sure that our sprayer is actually coming down. Let's see, I see the watering right there. There we go. There's our weed spraying. It's kind of an interesting path they're taking across the field, but nonetheless. All right, so let's go ahead and get into one of the things that I wanted to do in today's video. And first things first, we need to go ahead and start out by dragging a road across here. There's some of our trees we just got rid of. So we'll get a little bit of, I think it's $300 every time you knock down a tree. We need production building, and I want to do a seed factory, essentially. Okay, we'll go ahead and put it here. Again, it's not optimal because we're going to have to pull workers probably from this building, and I think we got room for what, one more? Yeah, one more here. But again, not terribly worried about that. I mean, we've got tons of money. We just keep making money until we get to wintertime when the bees calm down, because that is where a lot of our money comes from. Let's go ahead and refill our cows. Okay, let's see how we're doing otherwise. 6 out of 6. Okay, yeah, I thought I had reset these up to 6 so that it wouldn't touch those. I was using those simply for milk. But now let's go ahead and, because that is some very nice income that you get from the cow meat. So let's go ahead and bump that up a little bit. And back to fast forward. Again, we're trying to get to, we got 6 days left in our training. I want to get these, the seed production. I want to test some things here. They may or may not work out the way I'm hoping, but that's sort of the fun of it is testing all of this out. Okay, we've still got the spraying going on. We've got the watering going on there, and then I'll have to remember to move over to the other orchard. All right, let's see what else we've got. With the auto inseminator, we don't have to worry too much about. Looks like we're ready to harvest here, but I will not be harvesting that. I'll let it just play itself out. That is a very small plot, regardless. Okay, almost done, and we're going to find out how much we can do with this seed factory. So let's go ahead and let's zoom in a little bit. Maybe not quite that far. Okay, so here we can see we've got a truck under here to run and grab whatever it needs. We got room for 2 employees. And what do we have that we can actually produce? Okay, so it looks like we're getting, for the lupine seed, we're getting about half. We could put in 100 and we're going to get out 50. Working in kilograms there. Buckwheat, wow, much better ratio. 100 to get 80, 100 to 50, 100 to 60. Okay, not too bad. All right, I think we haven't done anything with corn yet, and I'm inclined to try this. So let's go ahead and set up the corn seed, and we're going to have it take all of that, all of the corn, and turn it straight into the corn seed. Let's see, we may do the same thing once we get into planting some more crops like the raspberries, strawberries, and so on. Let's see, 20 kilograms. Okay, so here we're going to actually get the plants, the seedlings, and whatnot out of some of these. All right, I like this. This could be very good. Again, if, and that is a big if it works out the way I would like. Because here we can do the same thing with wheat, turn 100 kilograms into 80 kilograms of seed. And let me pull up and show you guys what I am looking at. So we'll start out by looking at the corn. Let's go into just the market. Okay, so if we want to buy the corn, then 100 will cost us 88. Okay, and if we wanted to sell, which we won't tell us that, corn seed, then you can see the price here is much higher, much higher. So what I'm thinking we can do is just simply order a bunch of in this case, corn, and turn that into the seed and see how much money we get. So it looks like the returns are going to be there, but first things first, we need to go ahead and get a couple of employees. We'll get one here in this building. We do not want seasonal. We want, okay, this one's actually not bad at all. I think I'll go with this one. It has the 2 qualities I really want. All right, where are you? There we go. There you are. And then I will go, tell you what, let's go ahead and max this guy out. There we go. Now he'll be able to work as long as possible. And then we'll put the other person down here. Again, no seasonal. Let's see what we've got. Okay, that's not too bad. There we go. That's good enough. That is actually one right below it is even better because we have the strength skill. So I'll take that person instead. Oops, wrong one. Okay, let's go ahead and max out everything here. Okay, now we need to assign. Let's see what it does with autofill. Okay, nope, that is not who we want. So employees, let's go ahead and take both of these out because I actually don't remember. Yeah, this is what I want right here. And actually, I mean, that would not have been a bad person to put in here, but since we have this strength skill, we're going to do that. And we're going to start off, all right, so 100 kilograms of corn to give us 75 kilograms of corn seed. All right, so let's go ahead and get some ordered. Let's go ahead under buy. Type in our corn. So let's go ahead and do 1,000. And we know this is going to cost us $887 or coins, however you want to look at that. So a very small amount to get started. And we'll give it a second here to show up. I'm looking for the truck to actually bring it. I think this is going to be it right here. Yes, there's our corn. Oh, and there's our training finished. Excellent. So now, let's come in. Let's make sure. So we should get 75 kilograms for every 100. So that should give us 750 kilograms of corn seed. Let's watch these guys and make sure they actually come and pick this up. I'm actually going to pin this and leave it right over here in the corner of the screen. And for just a moment, we're going to slow down time because we need to come back in here and see what kind of training we can do. Now, increasing the machine durability, that is awesome. We definitely want to do that. And it only takes 7 days for level 1 on that. You can see there's level 2 and level 3 there. So that is going to be an excellent one that we'll definitely want to do. Then we get into breeding farmers training, which increases the rate of production for milk and eggs, which is something we are definitely interested in. But most importantly for us, it unlocks the second level so that we can get a bigger chicken coop, the rabbit hutches, and so on. All right, this one is only 3 days. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, we're going to keep our eyes on the seed production. There we go. They just went and got the corn. And you can see they're actually moving through it pretty quickly here. Very quickly. Let's see how the production rate. There we go. You can see, since we're on fast forward, a couple more days on our training. But yeah, they're running through this seed. We should end up with, again, about 750 kilograms. Okay. Getting closer to completed. And that's when we should see our first corn seeds pop up in the warehouse. Yep, there we go. Excellent. So we were down to about 900 kilograms of corn left, and the process will start all over again. So now the seed disappears from the warehouse. That means that it has been taken to a warehouse or a barn or wherever they decided to take it. Several options for that particular item. So now we can come in under sell. All right, so we bought corn. So $519 if we only got 100. Okay. And corn seed. Okay, there we go. I actually really like that. 88, which is not much. And what can we sell it for? 388. So that is a very, very good margin for us. Again, just to go through that one more time, we bought corn. Now we bought 1,000 of it, but if you look at it per batch of 100 kilograms of corn, it cost us $88, we'll say. But when we sell our corn seed, now we have 75 kilograms of that, and instead of 88, it's now 388. So a huge margin there. Really, really like that. That is a huge, huge gain. So that tells me that in the future, there you go, there's our second batch of corn seed being made. Yeah, there's a lot of money to be made now here. Now, granted, what we're doing is sort of gaming the system a little bit here, because the intention is that you would actually grow the corn and take a portion of the corn to the seed plant and turn it back into corn seed, so that you wouldn't have to buy any seed for the next planting. You would actually be able to make your own through this process. But for the purposes of our, well, basically just my desire to test things out and just sort of see what you can and cannot do with this game. All right, I noticed our other training is done, and I totally did not see when it was done. So let's scroll down and see what else we've got. Pig farming. We can unlock the third level for pigs. Let's see, increases the strength of our employees by 30%. Yes, we definitely want to do that. It takes 16 days, so we're not going to rush into that one just yet. Let's see what else is available. So we've already found two things that we definitely want to do. Increasing the durability of our machines is a definite yes. We'll want to get into the third level for the pigs at some point. Increasing the strength of employees, definitely there. Reduce the prices of machines on the stock market, that could be huge too. Very nice there. Methods for obtaining funding, not really all that interested in there, because we're not really getting into loans and stuff like that. So we're not going to worry too much about that. Honey collection increased by 10%. Obviously, that is a huge deal for us. We'll want to get into, because it could be a very big moneymaker for us, assuming, of course, that I can remember to work the buckwheat and the colza fields as often as I need to. Faster reproduction of cows, sheep, and goats. Yes, that is something I definitely want to do. So you can tell there's a lot of things in here that I would really, really like to do. Prevention of fungi. There you go. Reduce the possibility of getting a fungus on the fields by 10%. Prevention of animal diseases, same thing, reduction of 10%. Prevention of insects, prevention of weeds, you get the idea. Larger harvests, wow, this is nice. Faster reproduction of the poultry, rabbits, wow, rabbits are fast enough as it is. All right, increases the speed of regeneration, the strength regeneration for the seasonal workers, not terribly worried about that. Increases the rate of production of by 15%. So I'm assuming that would be in any production building, I would assume. So again, very good. I like this, all of this, quite a bit. Okay, looks like we have run through those. Let's start at the top. Let's go ahead and, this one's only 7 days. There's several of these I want to do. We'll go ahead and start here. Looks like we're getting quite a bit of corn seed there. And of course, now what I would recommend doing, if you want to go this route of purchasing the corn, turning it into the seed, and then selling it, which is what I plan to do. Let's go ahead and just say take all of it, because we're not, right now we don't really need to save any of this for food for our livestock, which we could, because some of our animals will be interested in it, but for the most part that's not what we're doing this for. So what I would recommend doing is test out each of these and just see what sort of returns you get. For right now, we're just going to focus on corn, simply because I hadn't dealt with the corn yet in this game. But just from what I can see, it looks like there are some very good possible returns to be had in here. Just as, again, I take a glimpse at some of the pricing and some of the returns and ratios. Very nice indeed. All right, before I forget, let's work a little bit on our greenhouses. We might be able to actually have enough people to get all 4 of these. If we use our skeleton crew for the last one. Yep, there they are. Yeah, that's our crew that's just a little bit less efficient than we would prefer. Okay, let's go back into our market under sale. So now we are going to, where is it at? Well, maybe. Somewhere in here there is corn seed. There we go. All right, let's do the auto trade. And let's just see what we want to do with this. Now, I am very inclined to do the same thing with the wheat. But again, right now we're just going to focus on the corn. And let's see, where are we? All right, so we don't want to sell the corn. We want the corn seed. Did I pass it? Sometimes it throws some of this stuff up at the top and I miss it. I don't think so. All right, so corn seed is not where I would have expected to see it. But who knows? I might have missed it. Wouldn't be the first time, and it definitely won't be the last. All right, yep, I have. So where is our... All right, let's go back out and look at this again. Because I definitely feel like I am... All right, so auto trade. All right, what am I missing? That is the question. Got oats, I see rye, silage, all sorts of stuff over here. But for some reason, I do not see what I am looking for. I mean, we got corn flour. So can we not sell corn seed? Did they patch that out of the game so that I can't do it? Because as a matter of fact, I don't see any seeds in here. Okay, looks like they did. So for our purposes right now, then I'm simply going to do it manually. But that is very unfortunate, because I would not have expected that. You can see there we got a little bit of wheat seed left after our last planting. Okay, let's go ahead and sell that. Okay, I'm wondering, where did they actually put that? Seems like this is a popular spot to put everything. Alright, let's speed up things a little bit. We've got our greenhouses for the most part caught up. I'm sure some more will pop in there soon. Okay, do we have any more? Yes, we're actually accumulating. I was wondering why we could only sell 75 of the corn seed, and that is simply because they haven't bothered to take any more of the seed over to either the barn or storage or wherever they're going to put that. And I'm not sure why, because both of our employees, let's see where they're actually at. Oops, wrong button. Okay, resting. And what about the other one? Okay, let's put the camera on you. Okay, so everybody's resting, it would appear. So we're not getting anywhere doing that. All right, so we're just going to let that go because, again, right now they got a ton of corn seed in there. They got rid of the first amount of corn seed when it popped up, the 75 kilograms of that. They took care of that. But since then, it doesn't appear as they've really done a whole lot with the rest of it. Okay, slow down here for just a second because I'm going to buy some more corn. Okay, let's buy more corn. And in fact, let's do 10,000 this time. That'll keep them busy for a little while. But again, money and cash flow is not really a big issue for us right now. Okay, so yeah, I mean they seem to be working. Yep, all right, let's put... Okay, so there's our truck. Ooh, boy, look out. All right, there they go. They made it back. Oh, my goodness gracious. Wow. Okay, let's don't do that again. That was... Okay, are we stuck? Yep, we are stuck. Yep, it is. It does not like that. Okay, our guy has finally come out. He's going to get back in the truck. Okay, maybe a slight bug here. That would explain why nothing is getting delivered. Okay, let's pop back in here and... So there's our guy. We're going to have to fire them. All right, he is doing what? All right, can we not click on this? Apparently I can't click on that. All right, is that where we are storing? No, it is not. At least it shouldn't be. Okay, so this guy, I cannot click on at all. Can I click on anybody? Yes. Other workers seem to be fine, but I cannot click on the truck. Excellent. Now they took all of those seats, so I don't know what happened there. It's almost as if they were just waiting to the very end of that cycle so they could take it all at once. Okay, so let's sell all of it, and you can see, I mean, we're going to make some very nice money. Let's go back under auto trade, because once again, I would prefer not to have to do this every time, but I'm not seeing any seeds in here, whether we have them or not. So it may just be that you cannot set up seeds on an auto trade. Yeah, I'm just not seeing those on there. So we're just going to go with that assumption for right now. All right, so at the bottom is corn seed. We're going to sell all of them. And even though the price has really been coming down, now starting to rebound, it is still no problem whatsoever. Okay, so we'll definitely take that. Okay. And we'll look in the warehouse because now this 78.06 will stay there. It looks like, yep, they just went and got some more. So now we're up to 1,500. All right, let's put corn up here. And I probably will not remember to do this, but my intention is to remember that whenever the corn gets down around 0 or maybe a couple of hundred, to go ahead and reorder that. But the likelihood of me actually doing that is pretty slim. All right, let's go ahead and do some more work on, let's see, moisture should be doing good, because if you notice, it's raining and has been raining quite a bit. Okay, yeah, our moisture seems to be good. Let's go ahead on these 2 fields, and let's go ahead and cultivate that. Auto field cultivator, yes, that will work. Okay, excellent. Okay, almost done with this production. This batch of 100 anyway. Okay, let's see what training we've got next. Again, all of these I want to do and intend to do. But let's go ahead and help out. Let's see, we got 7 days on the machines. Let's go ahead and do that. Doesn't cost very much, and it doesn't take very long to do. All right, we're coming up on halfway through the fall, so the production of honey is going to be slowing down to a halt very soon, if it hasn't already. In fact, let's click on one of these in the warehouse, see if just anybody's got any that they haven't taken yet. Nope, I don't see any. It's either already stopped or all of these guys have just cleaned out their storage recently. So that simply means that for us, our income level will go down some during the winter time. Okay, let's go back to taking a look at, let's go for a month, and let's see our production. We've got cow meat, and again, gives us a lot of money, 122,000 just in the last month. That's why it is so valuable to continue, since they're not around to breeding age just yet. We need to keep those fully stocked so that the slaughterhouse will have plenty of work to do, and we will have plenty of money to issue. Okay, everything seems to be going good here. All right, I like it. So overall, I mean, this is the type of strategy. If you're the type of person that likes to play just all out for all the money you can make, in whatever way you can make it, then it would appear as though the seed and the seedling production is a great way of doing it. Now, as I mentioned before, we're only scratching the surface. We're only dealing with corn, but there are a whole lot more possibilities here. So you could run some numbers, see what would be the most profitable for you. For me, I'm just doing it to get the experience of doing it, because I like to do a little bit of everything in this game, and that's why we keep expanding and keep adding different things, regardless of how much or how little money it's actually making us. So for now, we are getting to a point where we're going to need to expand once again. We don't have all that much open territory left. Now, if we come in and take a look at that, still got 4 days left on our training, but if we go under buy land, you can see that this area, obviously we're not going to be able to run any roads through here, but this area, probably what we could do is just put some wind turbines over here. That should be perfectly fine, since we don't need to run any roads for those. And then sort of a similar type thing here. We've got a little bit of road to, a little bit of land to work with here before we get to the water, but then there's still some room back here, maybe for some wind turbines. And then other than that, I think for the most part, all of the land is usable. Small amount here that won't be, but for the most part, we're in good shape. And I plan on having some more farmland. Got to decide what I want to do with it. Do I want to expand back into here, or possibly use some of this land in this area for it? So a lot of decisions, a lot of room for us to expand, and a lot of room for us to grow. But for now, thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned for more as we continue our gameplay of Farm Manager 2018.